This origami project is a little bit complicated than the other ones I've done. A couple of things to note is I'm using cardstock paper for this because I find the heavier paper, it stays together better. This gives a lot of wrinkles when you don't. Here's the one with cardstock. It's a little nicer looking. I did this with index cards, but this one's cardstock paper. The other thing I would suggest is a bone filer. I can't find mine at the moment. I'm going to use the edge of this ruler. I'll show you how I'll use that. Also a butter knife, the back side of a butter knife will work, or even the back side of scissors can work. Just be careful you don't tear the paper. So you're going to make a series of these that you will strand together with a string. Get a nice long needle. This is floss. You can get it in the store. It's pretty cheap. But if you want to use thread, that's fine. I would suggest quilting thread because it's a little bit heavier than your normal thread. Okay, so here's your piece of paper. This one is about 3.2 inches by 3.2, and I did that on purpose so I can fold it in thirds. I'll show you in a minute. So fold it in half so it makes a triangle. And when you're using cardstock, you want to try to be exact as possible the first time around, because once you flatten it, you can't really unflatten it. Okay, open up and fold it the other way, the opposite way, in a triangle. Okay, now you're going to keep this open this way, and here's where the ruler comes in handy. This is about 4 1/4. I was going for 4 1/2. I should have made it a little bigger. So you might want to try 3 1/2 inch square, but 4 1/4. So I want to divide that into thirds. So it'll be approximately just short of 1 1/2 inches. I'm doing this exact because I tried just folding it myself into thirds, but this way is actually kind of easier. Okay, so at that point you want to fold, and this point should pretty much reach that point. And other way. Okay, so what you want to do now is take this flap and tuck it in to the other flap. So you took this, I'm going to show that again because I think I went off into the corner. So the next thing you want to do is take this flap and tuck it into this flap. There you go. Now there's 2 pieces here. You're going to take one and fold it down to the center. The point reaches the center. You can flatten it out if you want. And then open it up. And you want to tuck it inside with that fold. All right, so here comes a bit of a tricky part. Fold this, what will help is if you fold this in half and you fold this in half, that will help with the shape and proofing out. You're going to open this up. This will fold and this will fold. You're going to open it up like a balloon or the water bomb. Have its shape. And take this piece here and you're gonna wrap it. Actually, I like it this way for some reason. Right there, it's gonna bend, as you can see. It's gonna stay wrapped by tucking this inside of it. But I like to make the creases first. Then tuck this piece into there. You might have to fold this first so it will stay down. And you can see with my fingers manipulating it a lot, if you're using origami paper, it can damage the look, damage the paper so it's more wrinkly. Whereas the cardstock can take it a little bit better. That does look nicer. And there's your bead for your garland. So hold this bead so that you have 3 corners this way. It took me a while to figure out, but if you hold it like this, it would look like a triangle. Right? Okay. You take the needle, make sure you have a needle that fits all the way through. There's one end that's kind of open. I start on the end that isn't open because I'm less likely to make holes on the other end. So push it through. Come on. There we go. Feel around for the other end. Try not to make holes into the, whoopsie. There. Back. And just thread it through. I wish I had my rubber gripper. There we go. And then you can put another one on, although there you have your garland.